I hopped on early, guys, because I have a doctor's appointment. I totally forgot until just a few minutes ago. I have a doctor's appointment at 1:45, so I'll only be on for a few minutes, like 20 minutes here. And then hopefully I'll be back before the market closes. But if not, I wanted to make sure I got on today. Had some personal stuff going on, so it's been a little schedule's been a little erratic. In any case, I saw like eight. There's eight. We dropped 8 subscribers in a day. Like what? Look at this reading, guys. Like, why would somebody unsubscribe from the channel? Makes no sense to me. Like, literally no sense. It's not like we had a really bad day. Yesterday was like, oh, I don't have that nullified. Interesting. Well, yesterday was pretty much on point. I mean, we had this crest early in the morning that we sold. Well, U-shaped dip in the pre-market, end of a rally right at the open. And then we had this crest that we sold off from down 2 and through support. Right, midday low. And then we had more lows here with a low at the end of the day. That looks pretty solid to me. And the opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of the low. Right here, you could have done it. Right here, you could have done it. If you did it here, you could have closed for a day trade or an overnight trade. If you did it here, you could have closed for an overnight trade. As far as today goes, I mean, we're pretty much on point. We had this notable decline from the high, which was roughly between 10 and 11. We have it here at what? 10:01. I mean, are you joking? Why would somebody unsubscribe, let alone 8 people? It makes no sense to me. But in any case, their loss. So we have this prominent move higher in this full retracement. That's the lover's card there. Big move out of the open after establishing support with a little bit of sideways rotation. Big move. Failed attempt to break through key resistance that it looks like we're going to break through based on technicals, right? Instead, we turn around and we decline through that falsely established support. Boom. We also have a pop and drop here between 10 and 11 where we have that high, and then notable declines commencing around 11 o'clock. Around noontime, we start bumping along resistance, maybe breaking through, bumping along resistance, maybe breaking through. That's the Valor card. Ace of Swords indicates we're likely going to have a failed attempt at a key resistance level here in the 1 to 2 o'clock hour based on the correlation in orange to the defeat card. Ace of Swords indicates a resistance level where the chart behavior, the price behavior, I should say, around that Ace of Swords price level provides the right kind of behavior for one to play both sides of the market, not at the same time, but like first in one direction, then in the other. So it looks like probably there's this opportunity to open up a long position and close it in the midst of this rally. I wouldn't close it just yet, to be clear. Also, this is sometimes what you get when you have a high and a low significator right on top of each other, is that you'll have, rather than them being within the same hour, sometimes what happens is you'll have the high and the low within like really close time proximity to each other with not a lot of like back and forth going on in between. You can see, aside from this move right here, which really is the pop and drop, failed attempt, pop and drop. Then we go into the ruin card. Also, those are cross-reading congruencies, so that's a pretty notable decline there. I think there's a pretty good chance we come close to these same resistance levels up here. When we get into like the RSI, I might put on like a partial. It might be a good idea to put on a partial short here for a day trade, which you could close at the end of the day. or tomorrow morning. If we're wrong about the end of the day, tomorrow morning works. This this Magus card is a pretty pretty strong cross-reading congruency. Sneak preview card for the 17th is the Magus card. The 17th card on the 1 month is the Magus card. Oh wow, and I missed that cross-reading congruency right there. That's a on the 17th. Interesting. I don't think it's gonna end up being a low though, just to be clear. Hey, Proof. SPC seems to be weak today. Will it go higher at the end of the month? I'll take a look for you. Place to put on a short for an overnight trade. And let's say I'm wrong about, well, I would say if you can get out end of day, so like in the midst of this move higher, I put on a partial short. If we go higher, I put on maybe another partial here at this price level if we met it. And then if we met this price level, I put on another partial short. But I definitely put on a little bit here because this might be the Ace of Swords that, this might be the Ace of Swords right here based on how close we are to RSI, to the 80 mark on RSI. And so, and you could close for a day trade most likely around the close. If I'm wrong about that, then you could close tomorrow morning. And if I'm wrong about that, then you could probably close at some point on the 20th. Interesting. The 20th looks very... So we have a star card at the beginning of the day. If I was going to do options, I'd want to do an in the money, and I'd want to have the expiration out past like the 24th just to be safe. But the exit plan would be to get out first here at the close if we're wrong about that, first thing in the morning there, and then if we're wrong about that, then probably at the end of the day on the 20th. But I definitely wouldn't wait for that. Alright, so hey B. Alright, so let me take a look at SPC. Just in case you guys missed it, I got a doctor's appointment at 1:45. I forgot about, that's why I hopped on early. But I only have about 15 minutes and then I gotta roll. And then I'll probably be on, hopefully I can be on before the market closes, but if not, I think I'll probably still get on this evening just because I wasn't on. I had some personal stuff going on yesterday. SPC. Where's the one here? Excuse me, sorry guys. Oh, my mic's like all the way to the back there. So probably couldn't hear me that well. Now I'm sure you guys can hear me much better. I might exit here just to be on the safe side. This might be where I exit. It could go a little higher. There's probably a notable move to a peak here on the cusp. But we're also dealing with the Devil card energy and the Prudence card energy, right? And we've got some conflicting energies going on between highs and the lows. So like, I would be on the safe side and probably exit out around this point just to be on the safe side. Probably yesterday would have been better on that Fool card, but yeah. And then Apple. And my apologies, guys, on SPC. That was my biggest fail this year, by far. I didn't have many fails this year, but SPC was definitely at the top of the list. I'm actually getting, my assistant is doing, like, we're putting together, like, a report card kind of thing, where it rates all of the accuracy for all of the readings within a specific amount of time and gives me a rating. We want Apple, right? Apple. So, yikes. So it's possible we go a little bit higher on the 21st, 22nd. Actually, that's probably where it is. The 21st is probably where I would exit. You could have exited today or yesterday, but at this point I'd probably wait until the 21st. You might get scared out on the 20th, but on the 21st it would probably look better again. And I might be wrong about that because there's a lot of conflicting data going on with SPC at this point. As far as the following month, it's very likely we do have a higher price level at the beginning of December, but it's that Prudence card, and there's also a significant low, if not like close to, or not, if not the actual lowest low for the year here at the end of the year. So like it's kind of risky, especially with my SPC readings being like the most unreliable of all my readings. You know what I mean? Oof. Looks like this Apple one might be off. Let's take a look. Looks like it was that first lowest low. Ended up being the lowest low thus far, and then like many things, these other lows didn't pan out as expected. But we did get a high here on the 10th right here, and then I have a high for the 15th. Looks like we went higher here on the 16th.
So we probably open lower and then move to the upside again, but I don't think we're going to see a higher price level tomorrow in Apple. And then it's starting to look like when I look at a lot of the 1 months, when I look at a lot of the 1 months for November, I'm starting to get the feeling that we have a drop over the weekend with a big move to the upside. But let me take another look at SPC or SPY. Oh, it's a tough reading. There's a lot going on here on the 20th. But I'm getting the feeling that we probably have, like, at some point early in the morning, a big move to the upside out of lows, right, based on that cross-reading congruency. And then we probably have a pretty notable day trade here, like a sharp drop midday, opportunity in that sharp drop to open up a long position for a day trade, close that long position at a peak between 1 and 2. If not 1 and 2, then at a highest high probably between 2 and 3. But look for the highest high price level and get out. And then you could open up a short position at that same moment and close the short position for another day trade in the midst of the decline at the end of the day. But the overall trend direction should be to the downside based on the tower card theme card. So doing the day trade to the upside could be kind of risky. And like I said, that's why you want to put on a partial, because that could have been where we turned around, and it's definitely where we turned around.
Well, Proof, just to be clear, I'm out. I'm out of SPC. I don't hold SPC anymore. I got out earlier than I wanted to because I wanted to utilize the money for options in the midst of that decline, which was a smart move, and then I continued to trade. And like everything for me in the past, starts out really well, and then it goes haywire when I get like overconfident, you know? So in any case, this is where if I was still holding SPC, I would be getting out today. Well, maybe at this point I'd be getting out on Tuesday. I guess those 8 subscribers that I lost overnight must have to do with SPC. I mean, what else could it be with all my other readings I've been smoking? And if you guys don't know the expression, I said that to somebody the other day, and they were like, "You smoke weed?" I'm like, "What?" Smoking like really really hot, like really good.
In any case, I'm gonna roll. Let me take a quick look at Bitcoin for everybody, and then I'm gonna do my best to get back on. Hopefully before the market closes, but if not, it'll probably be like right around maybe like 5 or 6 or something p.m. Eastern time. What was I looking for? Bitcoin. I mean, we had the highest high here on the 11th, 12th. We missed it by a day. I mean, like, wow. And then we had some pretty notable lows come into play here. Sharp drop here from the 13th into the 14th. That's that unicursal hexagram. Look, we went from here all the way down to here. So we went from 21,000 to 1940. That's that unicursal move, and then there's this. That was an important low on the 14th. Also, the decline on the interesting. Yeah, so this decline here also offered opportunity to open up a long position. So my sense is that we're going higher, and it would make sense. We've got kind of high significators going on here. Magus card, look at that. Magus card appearing here on the 17th on the Bitcoin reading as well. That's very interesting. That's like a cross ticker congruency. Interesting. Cross ticker congruency. I haven't seen a lot of those. What should I color that as? Or it's I don't know what I should call it, but we're gonna do like this. Really interesting to me. Right, here's the Magus card. Prediction, it's like the preview for the 17th. Gotta roll, my friends. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Universe is counting on you. The people who are in need of those charities are counting on you. Your own karma is counting on you. I'm counting on you. So make sure to follow through on that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits back to the channel leaves you with 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through on that, considering you an angel investor. Neglecting to follow through on that, and the universe will shut you off to the flow of abundance through this channel. So don't be that guy. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys later.